We got this. We got this. We got this. Yeah, we got it. Yes, I'm a little exposed right now. Let me button this one up. Okay. So, hi, my beautiful celestial beings. How we feeling? How we doing? How we feeling? How we doing? How we feeling? How we doing? That's the correct intro before all of this chaos. I probably should have had this set up before I started, but I was just so geeked to talk to y'all because I'm finna have to get ready to go in a minute. Let me not move too much. So y'all like that. The room is set up so beautifully. I cannot wait to show y'all what it looked like. But yeah, all the baby stuff, all the manifest stuff, because that's my child's name, Manifest. All of his stuff, yes, I have on shorts, y'all. So don't think I'm rocking on here naked and whatever not. I mean, whatever not. But all the manifest stuff is in the closet right there. So he's good to go. That was the biggest thing I wanted to get done, was putting his stuff in the closet. But despite that, it was something I wanted to basically read to you guys. And it's a lot that's been going on right now, especially this month of December has been very up and down. It has been very roller coaster ride, honestly. Y'all know I got my ice. This time for Motormart. And the best ice ever. Plus it's free. So it melted a little bit. But other places you go to, you do have to pay like 75 cents or a quarter or whatever. Out here where I live. I never craved ice this much. Since I've been pregnant. Only since I've been pregnant. Oh, he's moving. Y'all gonna probably catch him moving. This is why I leave my shirt up so y'all can at least see him move. If he moves, and yes, my stomach is hairy, but that's probably gonna be for another video on explaining the physical body of us gods and goddesses. But like I was finna get into, so this month of December has been very hectic, has been a lot of ups and downs. I was going through a lot of like mental situations, and I don't even want to say I was going through depression, because it wasn't depression. It was more so like a funk, and that's what I call them. Like when I get in a funk, it's because I'm needing to figure out and see what it is I need to discover within myself in order to get to where I want to be. My grandma titties like grandma titties. But it is what it is. It's a mommy body. I'm in love with it, honestly. And so, yeah. It's for me to figure out what it is I need to do for this chapter, especially like when I'm calling on my spirit guides, I'm calling on my ancestors. It's literally I get into a funk because I'm now having to listen, sit down, pay attention, study, basically get down to the root of what is going on within me internally and mentally and emotionally. So it was a situation, and it was a past experience of mine that came up about in a way. And yeah, I offended somebody, but the thing is, it was not intentional at all. And like, again, people do not be on my mind when I'm going through things. I don't want to even say going through things, but when things are for me, don't nobody go through my mind, like at all, but me. And lately it's been me versus me, and me and my son that goes through my mind way more than anybody else. So yeah, I've always been like the strong positive one in my family. If you know me, you know how I am, you know my spirit, you know the kind of energy I bring. So it's like, for me, when I'm down, I don't like, it's like I don't have people to like, oh, you good, da da da. Like a few, but like not really, like not how I am with others. But I don't expect people to be like me. But I do sometimes be wanting like that check in, that call, or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, I know that the frequencies that I am on and the frequencies that others are on, we're just on our own journey. So I never take it offensive. I don't. It never really hurts me how like it may hurt other people, because I know at the end of the day I have my ancestors watching over me, protecting me, keeping me safe in the spiritual realm and physical. But sometimes it do, and it would feel good to hear, you know, somebody on the physical realm who's here with me, you know, checking in. But at the same time, it's not like affecting me in an extensive way that it's like I have nobody. No. I know I have a lot. I know I have a whole community. Do you hear me? But it's just, I'm always an understanding person. We're all going through things individually, and our journeys are completely different, regardless of us going through similarities. What you feel that you went through could be 10 times worse than you seeing what I went through, and it could be like something minor to you, but it was something major to me. So it's just, I respect everybody's journeys, I respect everybody's space, and I respect my health, because at the same time too, when I'm in a funk, I choose not to be around nobody. I choose not to go around people. I choose not to, converse and do things like this and that, because one, their energy may rub off on me and make my energy 10 times explosive, or 10 times way more than what it was. Or then on the other hand, my energy could affect them. So it's just, I choose not to titter tat with any of that. So when I'm in my mood, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather talk to my ancestors, talk to the high power, talk to my inner self, and see what is going on. So, like I said, I finished the one, and it definitely wasn't on purpose. I'm also a very direct person. So when I'm coming at you, I'm gonna come at you. It ain't no, we gonna do this or that, and I'm gonna go on it. I'm gonna come at you, not nobody else, you. So we had a talk and everything. We talked it out, but it was a lot that I realized before the conversation, during the conversation, and after the conversation, that it's some things that I can't beat myself up for. Like during the conversation, I was beating myself up for, and I'm like, excuse me, my nose be itching because of this ring. But during the conversation, I was beating myself up because I'm like, maybe I am, maybe this to that, maybe this to that. But I always want my first mind. So my first mind say, girl, no. Or my higher self, I have to sit there and have a conversation with myself. After I have a conversation with anybody I ever have a conversation with, depending on what it is and how deep we get into it, I'm going to have to talk to myself, because my higher self, you're going to always have your ego and your higher self. They're going to always, But I shut that ego out. Like, shut up. Higher self, what is it? And my higher self will end up telling me, like, if I'm right or wrong, or, I need to face this, face that. It's some things that I have been missing, which is checking in on family or being around family. But at the same time, I have to make sure I'm good, I'm straight. Because for one, I'm becoming a mother. This is my first child. So therefore, I'm trying to make sure I'm mentally there, emotionally there, because once he gets here, I don't want to be vision gone. I don't want to be sidetracked. I don't want to be none of that. None of that. So I have to cleanse my aura. I have to cleanse my space. I have to cleanse what it is that is still bothering me to this day. And it was so happened that a past situation from the past, like 2020 and 2021, which was 2 years ago, a year ago too, it bothers me. It was bothering me. Like I figured out now, but it's not there anymore. The funk ain't there, so thankfully. But it's just, I'm learning, like, you can't satisfy other people. You can't please other people. And when you do set a foundation of making somebody comfortable, because don't get me wrong, when I'm around people, I try to make sure I watch what I say and do, so I won't offend people. But I had to learn, at the end of the day, you holding yourself back from being fully yourself. Because the way I talk, I'm never going to offend somebody purposefully, or never going to or offend somebody like with negative words. Like, my words are going to be put together in a way where you won't even think twice, unless you're sitting there going off of your emotions and your reflection, and your inner reflecting what you feel upon me. So now you feel like I may be talking about you, or now you may feel like I'm offending you or any kind of way, because it couldn't even be you that I could be talking about at all. It could literally be me. So I make sure my words are, but like once I realize, like, don't hold your tongue for nobody. Don't sit there try to sugarcoat nothing for nobody. Don't sit there and try to, be a people pleaser, because that's what I was. That's what a lot of people were used to me being. So now that I'm out that shell and I'm changing, people are feeling like it's a negative change, which to them it could be, and it could be seen as that. And some of my actions and stuff could be a little negative, because of what they're so used to me doing and how I go about things. But at the same time, it's not negative for me, because again, I'm healing. It's a process. It's a self thing. It's a forever long thing. But if I'm in that chapter, in that moment, whatever you feel and see, that's what you feel and see. And it's also going off of your own reflection. So what you see me is what you may see within yourself, but see it up on me. Now, it's a lot of things I did have to realize within myself, how I go about things and approach things. But at the same time, I'm not finna cut nothing short at all when it's coming to my health, my physicality, my mental, my emotions, my spirit. Is never gonna, no. So I had to realize, like, I'm not in the wrong. Maybe I can do more of certain things, But cutting off certain things and want to say that I'm changing, I'm going to change. I want to change. I want to become a greater woman. So therefore, that's all I ever talk about. That's all I ever like meditate on, literally every day, to become a better woman, to become a greater woman, to become a great mom, a great friend, a great sister, a great person in general for myself more than anything, a great wife. So therefore, my things that I do and how I go about things, people will never understand because of the changes and the things that I had to endure that they have not seen, that they are behind closed doors. Because again, everybody's journey is different. Everybody's dealing with their own things in their own journey. But right now I'm at the stage where it's just me. And yes, when you're focused on yourself, it can look like as if you're being negative because people are so used to you being so profound and so, you're good, I miss you, especially if you're that positive one, especially if that bubbly person, then they're going to be used to you doing that. So when they don't see that no more, it's like, oh, are you around somebody that's changing you? Or, oh, what got you moving this way? Or, oh, you don't think that you are being negative now? When in our reality, you're growing. When in our reality, you're shedding away that people pleasing. You're shedding away all that, man, forget that. I'm worried about me. I'm going to please myself. And if it don't please that person, oh well. Like, that's where I'm at now. I can't be people pleasing nobody no more. I was doing that all my life, satisfying other people's needs and, making sure everybody else is okay with the things I said and how I moved and how I do. And, just being that. A little like almost like a teacher's pet. And baby, when I woke up and came to a realization, I realized a whole lot within myself. I realized a whole lot of the things I meditated on that I'm now seeing, like visually, what is happening, how it's happening, how things do move very fastly. So yeah, so let me read y'all my chakra cards, because I pull chakra cards. So if you want a reading or anything, let me know. These chakra cards actually affirm, they're affirmations. So they affirm either what you need to work on, what you are working on, or what you're in the midst of right now at this very moment. And this is crazy. So I'm going to do them in order. Usually I do them in how they fall, but I already read them for myself and how they fall and remember my number. So first chakra, base chakra, patience. First chakra is your base chakra, your foundation chakra, which is the color red. Chakra, excuse me, I'm sorry. As I observe in nature, growth takes time. This is a time for reflection, persistence, and surrender as things unfold at their own pace. I remain calm and tolerant during any challenging time. I develop quiet hope and expectations based on trust both in myself and a higher power. This hit dead on the nose because I am literally working on patience. I'm literally working on believing in divine time and letting divine time and do its thing. I'm not worried about anything else or trying to push something or trying to push others anymore because, like, I still push up I'm still gonna uplift my friends. Like, whatever you're doing, I'm proud because, baby, I want everybody to win. I want everybody to strive. That's for sure. But I'm not pushing myself to either compare myself to them or either sit there and feel like as if I need to be farther than where I'm at, or either sit there and be like, I need to rush this, I need to get this done because this gotta happen, that gotta happen. I'm trusting in divine time. I'm trusting in the higher power of myself to go ahead and lead my spirit in a way that every present day that I'm in the present, the future will be 10 times better than what it was that day in the present yesterday. Get me? Yeah. So yes, this really touched me because I've been talking about setting a foundation. I've been talking about settling and setting stability for self, inner stability and outer stability. So this was like right on the nose, and it was just so crazy because I also been realizing reflection and how some people do also reflect themselves upon you and how you can reflect yourself as well. That's why I try not to take things personal, because at the end of the day, what you feel and what you're going through is what you're going through. But no matter how a person can revert it to you or say something to you or even be truthful with you, you're still going to take it and let it download in your head in the way that you're feeling off of your emotions. Your emotions is what your thoughts are going to process through. So therefore, if I was to tell you, you eat too much candy and you let it go in your head that you fucking, like, you let it go in your head and it goes through your emotions, oh, this person called me fat, because guess what? You've been feeling like that way for a minute. But in our reality, I'm just probably saying that you got too much of a sweet tooth, or you need to probably, stop eating so much candy because it's too much sugar. I don't want nothing happening to you. Or just anything, but you process it as if it was offensive to you, and you feel like you're getting, might want to say you're becoming big. But in our reality, I don't know that that's how you feel. I don't know if that's what is going through your mind. And then once you take it that way, you end up probably upset and getting into it, because you went off of your emotions, off of what you felt, and reflected it off of what I said, and made yourself look in that mirror and put it at that there when it was never there in that mirror. So I can't see you how you see you. At the end of the day, and that's why I would never try to I would always try to understand other people on like their behaviors, how to act, but I would never try to put myself in somebody's shoes and literally try to read their mind, because you can't. You just can't. You don't know what somebody may be feeling or going through. So that's why it's great to also talk and speak up and tell people how you feel. Communicate with people. If you do feel like you are getting big or whatever the case may be, or just a little chubby or whatever, then therefore tell that person so that they can make sure. But at the same time, you have to take honesty with the chuck, because especially from those that love you. Excuse me. So yeah, this is the second card. This one is the third chakra, solar plexus, personal power. Your third chakra is the color yellow. It literally sits right here. It is the core to your universe, baby. Literally. This one talks about personal power. Also where your power comes from. That's that good. That's that intuition. That's that, oh, okay, my intuition told me this. It's right. Your intuition will never fail you. I choose to be myself, which is what I've just got done basically breaking down to y'all, and to express my truth. So therefore, even when you express your truth, regardless of how anybody takes it, that is on them. I always say it's a PP. I don't ever try to be like, oh, it's a PP because I'm so perfect. I'm not perfect. I tell people all the time, my shit stink. My shit stink. It's just how I carry myself and how I do approach things and how I can word things that I can tell people without having to come off as if my life sucks or my life. I see the beauty within everything in my life, regardless of how grimy it may be or how it may be. I see the beauty within everything, and I see that everything is for me, literally. So I don't ever take it as if I'm getting bashed or I'm getting put down or anything like that at all. So yeah, I got this window open, these birds flying. I probably should close it when I'm closed after. But I have a positive influence on the people and the situations around me, which I can and do, which I want y'all to tune into my live. So those who view this, go view my Facebook. It's Cleone Jones, CLEONYE Jones. I think I'm going to just spell it for y'all, JONES. But that is CLEONNNYE. And then JONES. Oh, no, I'm sorry, S. I also been doing ASL a whole lot. Can y'all sit down, please? This is my girl, Sasha. Say hey, Sasha. That is Karma. Well, Karma's gone. But I'm going to finish. Sit down. Sit down, Stinky. Sit. Sit. This is how she is every time. Oh, my gosh. Sit down, Stink. Come on, Sasha. Sit down. And there's Fat, y'all. This is Karma. Y'all sit, chill. So, yeah, tune into my live because I will be getting into this, what I'm talking about now, but also sexual energy. I choose to be myself and to express my truth. I have a positive influence on the people and the situations around me. I allow my integrity and confidence to shine. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Which instills more confidence and belief in myself, and then encourages others to have natural confidence in me. I do not allow my personal power to become egotistical, manipulative, or exploitive. So that's truth. You have to make sure that you're not letting your personal power get into the midst of your ego, or letting your ego overpower that. I did not push her, y'all. I just slowly let her, and she just plops. Like, this is what she does. She's a whole human. I kid y'all not. Ain't that right, Thinky? Oh, girl, you got cold in your eye. She loves just doing stuff. Like, I don't know what it is. But that's what I'm learning right now. Make sure that when I do talk, I'm not coming off egotistical. I'm not coming off trying to manipulate somebody into pressuring them into something. And I'm also not trying to be exploitive. Exploiting in a very negative, nasty way, you know? More so, talk on my own journey, talk on my own experience. And those who can relate just can't relate. So, but I know I cannot hold my tongue. I know I cannot just be that person that people pleases. I know that change is going to come, especially if I want that change for myself, to be a better person, to be a better me, positively in a high vibration. Yes, change is going to be made. I gotta shit off old skin, regardless of how anybody may like it or may see it. They're not gonna be used to the new you. They're gonna be so used to the old you, and that it could confuse them, that to the fact that it could be like, or just anything. But my last card, fifth chakra, throat chakra, connect with spirit. Throat chakra is the color blue, like the flow of water. Your throat chakra talks. It's what words are powerful. Let's get that clear. The tongue is powerful. So what you speak out into existence is what comes about. So be careful what you say. So the throat chakra is a flow of water. You always want to be on a positive mindset, and you always want to think before you speak, because that way too you can put out greatness, you can put out positivity, you can put out high vibrations of things, and manifest things in a light that is very bright enough for you to be able to get it in a positive manner instead of negatively. So that's why I also watch what I say and do as well, and be mindful. Not mindful of how a person may feel, because at the end of the day, they can take even what I say nicely into something that is offensive. So now I just watch how I put it and make sure it's not, going after nobody, and also not, you know, being aggressive to the point, oh, I'm just so good.